Welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about no one else than Charlie Kirk. It might be a little bit indirect, but yeah, we're gonna talk about him for a long time. Today I would like to discuss something, I guess I would call it Charlie Kirk effect, and how to move forward and continue Charlie's legacy. And there's one very important thing I realized today, and I would like to bring it up to you as well. Many of you probably realize that I might be slow, but Charlie unfortunately had to leave us because he was assassinated. Let's not pretend it was anything else. But there is still something we can do for him. We can work and strive to make this world better for his children, for his wife. So even though we cannot do anything directly for Charlie right now, we can do whatever we can, whatever is in our power, to make the world a better place. And not just for us, but like I said, for his kids and for their future kids and for his wife. And there's one thing I think we can all do. Let's talk about internet nowadays. It looks like a very dark place, and it's easy to think that the whole world is dark. Well, one thing we don't realize is it's only a small fraction of people who are actually loud on the internet. And yes, it's leftists. There's no arguing about it. I'm sorry, but yes, most of the issues come from the left. And I'm not saying everyone who's liberal Democrat is necessarily bad. No, don't get me wrong. But you have very bad people. And these very bad people are loud. Very loud. That's why during Biden's era, everyone who had different opinions was getting cancelled. And that's because the other people who use the common logic, unfortunately we feel like, there's not even a reason to react to it, right? But if we don't react, then people fall into depression because out of nowhere everything looks like it's dark place. The world is really dark. Because guess what? Everyone has these phones. Charlie called it like supercomputers in their pockets, right? And that's why we get the informations nowadays. And if you see someone getting cancelled over this, someone's getting over this, outrage, blah, 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 do you see anything positive over there? Like so many times I had to think about, like, is logic completely gone? Is everyone like this? And the answer is no. Because people who still use logic, they don't feel like they need to reply to these BS comments, right? Because why would they waste time? But guess what? I don't think it's wasting a time anymore. We need to fight. We need to get louder. And again, I'm not talking fight physically. I'm not talking about violence. But we need to spread the hope. When you see some bullshit comment, reply once. You don't have to get into some stupid conversation because, yes, if someone calls America fascist and Nazi and Charlie that he was fascist and President Trump that he is fascist, you can't really discuss with these people. There was only one person I know who had patience for that, who was trying. And unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But we still can do something. Because look, if you have this stupid comment and you click on replies, do you think it's better to see all of these crazy people being like, oh yeah, you're right, yeah? Or do you think it's better to see people being like, no, you're crazy, that's not true at all? What would make you feel better? What would give you more hope? Yeah, we just need to get louder. The people with good heart, people with good opinions, people who are using logic, people who are using compassion, we need to get louder. much louder. And trust me, I get that. I don't want to reply to half of that BS either. Like every time you reply, you get 50 notifications because, yes, there's that many loud people, right? But guess what? You're gonna spread the hope if you reply. And like I said, don't get into some stupid discussion that honestly you can't win, especially on the internet. Like Charlie did everything in person, right? On the campus, university, all of that stuff. And that's different. Internet is like someone's gonna write the same message all over again. So don't get into that with them. Just tell them once and that's it. So that's the first part that I wanted to talk about. Second part, it's very interesting if you look at how many people did not react to Charlie Kirk. And the huge group is Hollywood. Do you remember how they were telling us stay home during COVID, which was very easy for them when they have mansions with gym, theater, all of that, right? Private chef. And then during the election, they were telling us who to vote for. Well, where are you now? Other than Chris Pratt and Arnold Schwarzenegger, I didn't really see that many celebrities. Rob Schneider was amazing. And yeah, Chris Pratt, they called to cancel him only because he sent the prayers to Charlie Kirk and his family. How ridiculous it is. But where's the rest of the Hollywood? All of these politically oriented people that know what's the best for us common folks, right? I didn't see a single message. And it's disgusting because yes, Charlie Kirk was politically assassinated. However, he wasn't a politician, not officially, but he was a father, 31-year-old father of 2 kids and husband, and a man of God. You would think that they can write one tweet, send one post. They don't need to write anything about his political beliefs, but he was much more than just politic commentator. Like you can write, I feel for his family, like this young father was taken too soon from us. You know, something like that. Or the man of God, whatever. Like there are so many different angles that you can address this without getting into the politics. And somehow, no actor did that. Not really. And I was very disappointed about some of the comedians as well, like Dave Spade, Adam Sandler. I didn't see a single message about Charlie Kirk, and it's disgusting. And that's Hollywood, right? And I live in Canada. Today I was in Walmart, and I understand that it's 5 days since Charlie was assassinated, but there was not a single newspaper with Charlie on the title page. And I saw it and I was ashamed. Like, really? You're writing about Taylor Swift? Who cares? She got engaged like 2 weeks ago, no? Who cares about that? How does it affect the normal people? Where's the whole Times magazine for Charlie Kirk? His story, his message, everything was amazing. He was such a good man. And you don't sell a single newspaper about him. Or with an article on the title page. Like it's disgusting. And it leads to what I said. We need to get louder. The people with good heart, people with good intentions, people who want better future. Do you really think after what happened to Charlie, it's time for us to be quiet like we were before? No. One of the reasons why this happened is we let these crazy people, and again, I still believe it's just loud minority. We let them control social media, polls, newspapers, legacy media, because they were the only one who were talking. The normal people were like, no, it's obviously BS. I'm not even gonna read that, right? But no, we have to. We have to speak up. We have to be louder. Because that's what happened with Democratic Party. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think they're saints or anything in Democratic Party. I don't think they were good any time, right? Before, but like now with all of these loud peoples, they changed their priorities and they went even more to extreme. Like literally 20, 30 years you would consider the right wing more extreme, and now it's the left wing, but it's like illogically extreme. And why? Because people are loud, and the, I guess, leadership of Democratic Party thinks that these loud people are majority. And unfortunately, it's not just Democratic Party, right? Like I said, it's all over the internet. So yes, Republicans, conservatives, religious people, people with common sense, people with good intentions, people who want better future, we need to be louder. We need to speak up. They need to know who's minority and who's majority, right? Because right now, you're getting depressed because of few crazy loud people. That's not how it is in the real world. Unfortunately, nowadays, the internet world, social media world, whatever you want to call it, is part of our real world. So it's time to take over. It's time to show our hearts on the internet. I guess that's the best thing we can say. To show that no, the world is not doomed. The world is not full of darkness. What Charlie did on YouTube, we should all carry on in freaking comment sections. I know it sounds ridiculous. It should not be important, but it is. It is. And I really believe that's one of the ways we can honor Charlie's legacy. Get louder. Make people feel like there's a reason to fight. There's hope. It's not all just dark place full of the worst out of worst from liberal or Democratic Party, right? Or voters, sorry. Like I said, make no mistake. I'm not calling the whole Democratic Party. I'm calling the specific extreme mentally ill groups that they are. The people who made the tweets like Erica should be next. If we're not going to do the censorship, which Charlie was against censorship, we need to step up. We need to get louder. We need to show the world that that's not what we think. Anyway, Candace Owens made some video today where she's exposing the lies about the Charlie. So I would really recommend you to go watch it. I'll go watch it right now. And I have a question for you if you made it this far to the video. What's the best way to honor Charlie's legacy while I'll be commenting on the other videos that possibly have nothing to do with Charlie, or at least not directly, because let's be honest, everything we're talking about, it has something to do with Charlie Kirk. Even this channel exists, it's thanks to Charlie. Thanks to him leading the way. So I'm just thinking, if I'm gonna be talking about Canadian politics, what's the best way to honor Charlie? Should I have a screen at the beginning of the video with Charlie and the dates, or should I just have a little bar on the side? What do you think would be the best way to honor Charlie? Please let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.